Hey there guys, just out doing almost a spring check of the traps. It's actually suddenly a really nice day. So today's 25th of August 2017. 25th of August, Daffodil Day. Daffodil Day is what it does is it fundraises hope for people who are suffering a terrible disease called cancer. You guys, as most people might know, that cancer has, affected every family in some way, some form or another. It's a terrible disease, so 25th is Daffodil Day here. So I showed a bit of my support and got one of these and donated a bit of cash for that. So same with our family, we've been affected by it too. So it's the least I can do, sort of thing. So it's a nice sunny day. I've come up to the bush. I haven't been up here for a little while. Look at that, the mud's just about dried up. Oh, not quite. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit good to, it's quite good to start our video like that. It's just, people need to be more aware of things like that. There's a few out there who aren't. There's a lot of people who are suffering, cancer and have little or no hope, and all they need is hope, support, and that's what Daffodil Day is all about. So, everyone takes things for granted, but the thing is when you got a terrible disease like that, it can change anyone's life at any time. And the worst part is you don't see it coming. So we're at trap site number 6. I've just about caught my face on the ground. It looks like we've got a nasty old weasel in here, so bait station's fallen off, so I need to put that back on. That got a nice view of the mountains too. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading up there this summer, have a look. Yeah, I've been up there, but so you guys can have a look, sort of thing. I want to get up there and do a bit of abseiling as well. There's nice waterfalls up there as well that a lot haven't seen before. So. Yeah. Okay, let's get that out. Gross. Last thing I wanted was that to go kapak and hit me in the... That's ancient. So what we'll do is next time I come up and check these, I'm going to have a heap of eggs with me and we'll bait these up. Yeah. You see, you got the older weasel there and you got a bit newer one there, and maybe a new one will come along. You never know. Sweet. Yeah, it's nice to get out and about again. It's just so wet, hey? It gets so wet during the winter here that you have to wear these. But I'll tell you now, with gumboots, I actually hate them. You step in mud, the mud vacuums onto them. You go to take a step, next you know your socks in the water because your gumboot's actually stuck in the ground behind you. So to combat that, you're walking along, you're trying to hook your feet up and suck your gumboot out of the mud, and then you just end up with tired legs, and then you just can't be bothered, and that's just it just goes from there. It's nice and dry now. Well, there's a little bit of surface mud, but okay. Well, it looks like our Doc 200 here's triggered. Our possum traps have... Man, look at all the bits and pieces under there. That possum trap's been working mean. Yep. Oh, hey. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4... Plus, who knows what's been carted away, because often, you drop the possum on the ground, something comes from carted away. But there's 4 skeletons still there. Looks like there was one there too. Man, that's a mess of bones. Don't walk through there and barefoot. Yeah. So, possum turd sitting on top. Haven't caught anything on that side. Oh, we got a weasel. That fly gave me a fright. Another weasel. This weasel's a little bit too. Ha! Look at that. This shows how humane a Doc 200 is. That there's what's left of a weasel's face. Yeah, you can see the whole cranium's completely shattered, eh? Well, you can see it's hidden in the same place. So you can see these are stainless steel Doc 200s. So the weasel, we've got 3 mustelid species in New Zealand, the weasel being the smallest. Stoats are the other ones that you often see me catch. Yeah. He's not rotten, so I'm happy to pick him up. Right. You see the old Doc 200 just about sectionalises him, eh? Look at his eyes, even his eyes have been popped out. That's really, it's wrong. Sleeping. Don't do that. What a horrible trap. Why are you doing that? Ah, there we go. Sweet. See ya. See, in New Zealand, we got 3 species of mustelid. The weasel, which is the smallest, the stoat, which is medium, and then the ferret, which is the largest. Weasel, as a defence, all it really mainly does is, it's got a pelvis there, so that's probably something that got carried away from that trap. All it can really do is bite and maybe scratch a bit. The stoat actually it's like a skunk. If you catch one live, it'll do, well, I don't know if it'll do the noise, but it'll gas one off, and man, they smell like a skunk. So it's sort of smells cross between horse sweat and burnt tyre. Actually, you mix that together, and that's kind of what it smells like. It's a horrible smell. Yeah, that's what that's the only thing I could think of is mixture of burnt tyre and horse sweat. Mixed and then rubbed together and then made it into an ultimate stink. That's all good. Oh, I haven't been catching much, that's good. I haven't been up here for a long time. Well over a month. Yeah. So it shows how good it is. If I haven't caught much in that time. Sweet. They're starting a bush hut up here, but they only started and that's as far as they got. Oh well. I'll have to join it onto mine, make my bush hut bigger. No. It's all rotten and falling to bits anyway. Put a acetylene bomb inside it, that'll be fun. Kaboom! Possum trap sitting up there, has not caught anything. Oh man, it's a mean day today. I can't even see a cloud. Doc 200 still set, sweet, both of them. Look at that. All our wasp nests will have died off, so that's a bonus as well. Well, ones I kind of killed off. And what we'll do is we'll have a look and see if, might be a bit early yet, but we'll have a look, see if our morphawks deciding to nest in our tree again. Yeah. Sweet. The undergrowth is really taking off now. See all these young little Nico palms, all the undergrowth. Thing is when I started trapping, the cameras, there's no way I could get hold of a camera back then. I'd have liked to have taken a photo of this. Before and after, because it would look different then. It's quite gradual, but then it gets to a point it's like, holy crap, that looks so much better. If we were to go high up and we look straight ahead, there's an old puriri tree on the next plateau over there. Haven't caught anything in any trap, sweet. Now, that tree is just about ravaged of all its leaves. Then you come and look at these puriri trees, they're dense and they're green, and it's just, conservation makes quite a difference, makes a hell of a difference. Yeah, this is probably almost, back to original, the trees and their health, just because of the pest species being removed, but it'll probably take time. Takes a long time. You see all this new growth, it's just blooming back now. And when conservation, obviously I've only done this. Well, I've done this for 20 years now, so there's a lot of places out there where they've been doing conservation for a lot longer, and it's like those tracks. When you're walking along the tracks to do the traps, it's a lot of work, just walking. So this in here is a moorpork nest, so hopefully... No, he hasn't started yet. Or she, I should say. I hope it's not the boys that lay eggs, because that'll be creepy. That'll be a bit sore too. So we're going to the Ass Break Hill. Because man, if you walk the other way, and you got to walk down that track there, it's generally your face that catches your body, so it doesn't get, so your body don't get hurt. It's actually the back of your head. It'll be my face. Ooh, just about there. It's about, maybe, what would that be? It'll be about maybe 45 degree angle. Yeah, probably about like that, yeah. 45 degree angle of absolutely slippery mud that wants you to fall over, and probably pull a hammy on like that. Pull a hammy and break a leg and have to scream like sissy girl to get some help where no one will hear us. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's still set, isn't it? Both traps still set, no possums. Look at that. It must be doing. See this? See all this? Look how green that looks. Everything is just about over exaggerates its colour, eh? Now you can, legally if we're trapping in areas where there's public, we have to put signs up and stuff like that. But the thing is you don't need pest control signs to tell you where there's conservation being done. You can look at the bush, eh? And you can just see the difference. Yeah. Now New Zealand, before European people came into New Zealand, there's no animals like rats and stoats and cats and dogs and things like that. So you can imagine when these things were brought over and released, our wildlife would have not even known what they were, and they would have just stood there and just, for stoats and that to come to New Zealand, it would have been like walking through a supermarket. They could just walk along, just pick up whatever they want to eat, not even chase it. Things would have not known to have run away. And yeah. Now I've heard stories about when they first came here, how they just heard heard the birds here, it just demise once things like that were released. Because in the wild, breeding is linked to availability of food. So if there's a high abundance of food, there's going to be a high abundance of breeding, which means the predators will be in high abundance. So that's what would have happened here. Okay, trip's still set on that side. And alright, let's set off. Set off or caught something. And that's why New Zealand, there's a lot of people out here who hate us conservationists, quite a lot, but I see where they're coming from. But the trouble is most of those people don't realise, there's nothing in it, it's just been set off. Don't realise how bad the problem is. Particularly when you start talking about things like feral cats and stuff like that. Now, simple fact is when push comes to the shove, feral cats are in every continent of this planet, apart from Antarctica. New Zealand's wildlife is only in little old New Zealand, which is a tiny little speck on the massive planet. So, what will I prefer? Something that's actually relatively rare when you consider the size of the whole planet, or something as common as a feral cat. I'll choose our native wildlife every time. So, yeah, a lot of people just don't realise it. So, yeah. I have taken a few people with me, and they're thinking, man, it's not really ethical what you're doing, And what I do is I agree with them, and as I do that, I will show them the other side of the story. What's the whole point of us doing this? And it's no good taking them to a bush where there's no conservation done and showing, the state of the trees and that, because they don't see it happen. What you got to do is you got to actually set up trail cameras, on a bird nest, and actually show them the video. First show them the cameras being set up, then show them the video it caught of the poor old wildlife being ravaged by these things. Yeah. Cool. So, we're on our last, look at that, last traps, haven't caught nothing. 2 weasels and a trap, we've got a warrior trap around too. Forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget about it. I forgot about it. No. It's on a different line. Yeah. What do we got? We only got a set trap. Yeah. Righty, hey. Warrior trap. Still set. Must be due to change possum lure actually. Must be very due because obviously it's trap set here. I can see possum turd from daylight to dark here. Yeah. Oh well guys, I'm going to go off to my next trap line and see you guys then. And then guys, we'll see ya.